Alright, this is Act 4, this is Skeletown. One thing to note, make sure that your FPS is on 30. If you had it on 30 in Act 3, it will maintain that, but if you're just doing repeated runs of Act 4, make sure that you turn it on, because we're going to be doing a bunch of lamp boosts. Here we can just roll around until we reach the little wizard here. Again, we're going to spacebar E so that we immediately roll. And then we have a small cutscene here. The first bit here is a lamp boost. It's a little bit risky, and we're going to do a lamp boost into a menu jump. So here we're going to roll, we're going to jump over this and switch to our sword, and we're going to get onto this little pillar here. Double jump onto it, get into position. We're going to hook slightly right. We want to hit the right side of that little building there, and we're going to menu jump over the wall into that area right there. So that's the ideal case. Let's see if we can actually get it. So I'm going to do a menu jump. So I'm holding menu and I'm mashing jump. So yes, that's perfect. So if you miss it, sometimes you'll land on the top of the tree and be able to jump up, but this was an ideal case. And I don't know if I explained menu jumps quite well enough, but you're basically just trying to, if you jump the moment you touch the ground, you will maintain most of your momentum. So you can do it without opening the menu, but because the menu slows down physics, it lets you get the minimum number of frames contacting the ground as possible. So we just open our menu and jump as we touch the ground, and it lets us lose the least amount of speed. We'll be doing that a lot in a second. But this is Zombie Jack. So there used to be a trick where you go up behind that little building and then fall down with a shotgun blast and then hook left. But I find it much easier. We're just going to do a single jump. We're going to run here, do a single jump right when you become abreast of this little spiky thing, and we're going to aim for those little plants down there. And it's going to give us a glitch called Zombie Jack, which lets us run in the water. So water will no longer kill us. So we're going to run up here, jump as we get abreast of that, and fall right there. And so if I did this right, I'm going to have Zombie Jack. So we're just going to roll right through the water. So I'm going to hold forward and left and roll so I get outside of that little wall there. And we're going to roll to this lamp right here and do a lamp boost and a series of menu boosts. So I normally open the menu ridiculously early because I don't want to miss it. Notice how I've lost all of my speed. I did not execute that very well. Ideally, you'll jump immediately when you touch the ground, and you'll stop having speed around when we pass those first trees. So I missed a lot of speed there. But that's okay. We'll just roll. So here, once we get to the water, we can optionally switch to the spear, and the spear dash, I think, is slightly faster than rolling. So we can alternate rolling and dashing. There's a little cliff there you have to jump over. This seems to be slightly faster. For some reason, this area right here you can't dash through, so I always just roll through that area. But we can continue to alternate these. We'll jump over this piece here, jump over this little debris and switch to our sword. We'll jump up here, double jump up here, double jump onto this, and we'll do another lamp boost into menu jump. And we're going to keep going as fast as we can up until this next lamp, and this is our third and final one. This one we're going to have to jump immediately after so we don't hit that flaming building there. And there's one more dash that we can do right at the end here. But you can see we're keeping our momentum basically all the way here, which is a really far time. And then we have one dash we can do right at the end there. I don't know why the geometry allows us there. So here, I'm going to change my FPS to 60 because menu jumps tend to be more reliable at 60 FPS, and we're going to do one menu jump here, and then optionally there's a second one, but I suck at it, so I don't do it. But here we're going to get in this corner here, we're going to menu jump up, and then it's going to force a jump out of us. Actually, let me kill all these enemies because I will die if I try to explain this. Obviously, you don't have to kill these enemies if you are doing a normal playthrough. So we're going to menu jump into this corner here, and then it's going to keep forcing us to jump. So what I found is if you immediately jump, so it's going to force us to jump. Right when it forces us to jump, immediately do a second jump, so it's going to give us the maximum amount of height. And then we're going to hook back and left. And if we do that, we're going to land right on the branch to the left and get our double jump back and be able to jump right over that fence. So let me try it. Oops. I failed. Sometimes it gets stuck. I got a proxy there, so I have to try again. This is surprisingly reliable in a real run, more than it's showing. So it looks just like that. So we touched just a little bit onto that branch, and that was enough to give us our double jump and go around. Here we'll get on this box, jump up here. One thing I forgot to mention, you can go straight through the 3-prong spinners here. If it's a 1-prong, then it has collision and you cannot go through it. But these 3 ones you can run right through. This section, there's a menu boost that I am really bad at, so I skip it. But I will try to show you it here. Normally I just push the card up and blow it up. It saves about 8 seconds or so if you do this menu jump, but again it's difficult for me. So you jump into this corner and you do a menu jump just like we did to do minecart 3 skip. But this one for some reason is much more difficult. I'll give it one more try, and if I can't get it, then I will abandon ship. Yep, so I didn't get it. So you just keep menu boosting into that corner and you'll get over the top and be able to just go on to the next section. But I struggle with it, so I just push the minecart here. This next section, we skipped all of the other ones, but here we're going to do a little, another little auto-scroller. This one you normally have to mash spacebar. I don't like that. It hurts my hand, so I rebind spacebar, or I rebind jump to left mouse button. And then I can just mash left mouse button instead of spacebar. It's much more comfortable. So here we just kill these guys as often as we can, and if we do that enough, they will no longer spawn when we reach the end. It's totally possible to lose this if you don't kill enough of them. And that would set us back a minute, 45 seconds, something like that. So we need to kill them as much as we can, but otherwise we just try to take the fastest lines possible. Okay, I think this is the last one, and then they won't spawn anymore. Yeah, so I've killed enough, they're not spawning anymore, so now I can just get to the end here. And then when we reach the end, we can rebind our jump to spacebar and continue on. So here we can heal up if we need to. We don't have to, but this is the fourth boss, third one that we actually kill. This is a little bit technical. It's not that bad. So we're going to first get a spin out of him, and we're going to bring him to the other side just for convenience. And then we want to let him swing twice. Again, these shockwaves don't hurt us because of a glitch. We just stand still and it doesn't hurt us. After he does those 2 hits, it spawns this little tower, and he's going to do this little ability here, and then 2 swings. So he's going to swing once, and then pause for a second, and then we can start moving on the next one so he doesn't get 3 swings in. We need him to swing on this twice, so we get in close to trigger him, and then back away to try to not get hit, even though we got hit twice. Here, if you need some health, you can kill these little boxes while he does his thing. Or, if it's your first time fighting him, you can actually heal up from here. Here, there is a way to just stand on one platform in the right spot and you won't get hit, but I prefer to just jump in between them because I've never learned where that spot is. So if you jump between them, you will never get hit. Here, we're going to get hit twice again, and repeat. So the cycle is the same as the first one, except we didn't roll around to the other side. So here he's going to do his little phase there. He's going to attack once, and then right before his next one, we're going to jump out of the way and start heading over here so that he can have his 3rd and 4th attack on the tower. Notice how I come in close to trigger him to attack. That is important, so he doesn't sit there and do nothing. And then we'll roll back onto this side, because this is the side he's going to spawn on after after this phase. So again, we're just going to go in between these guys. In the next phase, as soon as the tower spawns, we can run to the other side. We no longer have to bait out 2 attacks. We can go straight over there. So we do have to do these 2 attacks, and then the tower will spawn, and we'll immediately go over there. He'll attack it 3 times, and the boss fight's over. And we'll try to trigger him as quickly as possible. And then it's done. So a really good time here is about 33 minutes. Obviously we're well behind because I'm talking. It's going to take a couple seconds, and we're just mashing F to pick up the weapon. So again, 32, 33 is ideal, but whatever you get is always good. So on to the next act.